Okay, so welcome back. We'll start a new thing which we need in jQuery mobile. Just have a look for this example. Just try to understand that we are using a form, and in this form we are using different controls like level or button. Okay, but you can find that they are coming like vertically. They are coming. For example, first I use a level, so first it displays a level, and then I add a text box, so it is displaying the text box. Then I use radio button, so it displays the level of the radio button, and then it displays the radio buttons to me. Exactly, my mean to say is the element which I want to show in my form, I want to show next to each other. Okay, for example, I use a text input, and in the same line maybe I want to display the text box. So in a jQuery mobile, what we do is we use one approach, and that is regarding grid containers. Meaning to say is what we do is we divide our screens width into a different let's say you can say columns. Okay, and how I can do that? For that, in jQuery mobile we have a different grid attributes. I will repeat again what I want to explain. I want that in my file, this page, I have the elements which are appearing like first is appearing, second is coming, then third is coming, but they are coming in a vertical. I want to display them at point of time, maybe in a same line. Okay, so for that what I have to do is I need to use a grid containers defined inside the jQuery mobile, and some attributes which I need to use is I have 4 different attributes. I will say grid A, grid B, grid C, and grid D. These are the name of the attributes, and where I will use these attributes, I will use inside the container. Let's say if somewhere I use a UI grid is A, it meaning to say is that container will divided into 2 parts. If I use a UI grid B, it means the container will divide into 3 parts. It's just think that you have one div, and you want to display the elements inside that div, and you want that elements will appear next to each other. Okay, so like name and a text box. How you will do that? What you will do is inside the div, you will say div class UI grid equal to this. So UI grid is A. It means it will divide that div container into 2 parts, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I use D, it means my page container is divided into 5 different columns. In simple words, you can say. Then I need to say that if I'm trying to add one element, for example, I'm trying to add one label. So this which column? I mean which part of that grid? So for that I have to use another option. You can see on the screen. I have a UI block A. So when I'm saying UI block A with element, so it will appear in that element, I mean that column. Maybe A is for the first, and B is for the second, C is for the third, D is for the fourth, and E is fifth. Okay, let's try to understand with the example. See here. This is what exactly I want to do. This is my output, and if I want to divide this screen into 2 parts, okay, I want to display one message block A, and then I want to use one paragraph, two different colors. Then I want to divide this into three parts, and then I want to divide into two parts. This is a label, text input, and over here you can see is the control. Okay, so I want these two will come next to each other. Okay, so look at the example now. In my coding, what I'm saying is, initially you can see these things are the common. Here inside the main, I use one another container element, and I said class UI grid A. So when I use a class UI grid A in my this table, you can find when I use UI grid A, it will help me to create two columns. So UI grid A, so here on this coding you can see it will help me to create two columns. Further I use because this container will already divided into two parts. Now which element will go to the first block and which will go to the second block? For that I am saying div class UI block A. It means this is a block A, mean the first part of that container, and I give a color to that part, and I initially wrote some text block A, and then I displayed a paragraph this. Similarly for UI block B, so you can find on the screen initially you are getting two columns inside this screen, you know. Then look at another part. Here I said div class UI grid B. So grid B will help me to create or you can say divide the container into three parts. So I will use three parts. Now you can see the block A, block B, block C. So this simple example. In the third case, you can see I'm trying to add the HTML inside the blocks. So I'm saying div class UI grid A, because I want to divide this container into two parts, and I said div class UI block A. So inside the block A, what I want to add? I want to add a label. I said label, and for name. So name is given over here, and this is the first element which I add in my block A. So this is my block A. Then I create another div, and this is block B. You can see div class UI block B. Input type text, name equal to name. Okay, so it will appear here like this. Okay, I repeat again. At point of time, maybe you want to display your HTML element inside your jQuery mobile page next to each other, and by default it will do what? By default it will display the element one, and then second, and then third horizontally. Okay, but maybe at point of time you want to display them vertically in line, so I need to use the attribute name UI grid. Okay, and which kind of grid I want to use? A, B, C, D. So I will give the name. When I divide that container into columns, so which column will get which value? So I need to define a block. So block A, block B, block C, D, and E. We have options. Okay. This is something what the grid. Like if you remember in Bootstrap, I told you that we have 12 columns in one row. So here we have maximum 5 columns in a one, you can say, a container. Okay, I can divide maximum in 5 columns to my container. So I'm coming to this part of my page. This thing I already explained. I hope you can see my screen. This example I already explained, and next is applying themes to my mobile pages. Okay, how to apply themes. We apply themes to our web pages using the swatches. Okay, and jQuery Mobile by default provide only two themes, and the name of the first theme is theme A, and the name of the second theme is theme B. Okay, how to use these things? With the container element, I will use the theme. Let's say, for example, on the screen you can find when I use a header and I said header data role equal to, now you can see data role equal to header, and it means I use a header element, and data theme equal to what? A. So this is the first theme which will display the content in maybe a little grayish color, okay, white gray, and we have a data theme B which is black. Okay, so it will display the next content section in a B theme, using a B theme. So I will give the example here. You can find on the screen so that you can get clear idea about themes here. Look at my screen here. I want to display themes. You can find this place. Header. I use a header, and I use a footer, and and to display the header and footer, I use themes, and header is coming in a black color, and the content section is coming in white color, and third one is footer, it is coming in a black color. So as I said, I have only by default two. One is black and white, only two things. One is not white, and second is black. Look at the coding here. When I created a header part, over here I said data header, role is header, you can see, and the name of the theme is B. I said only two themes are available, and first theme name is A and second is B, and B display in the black color, and A display in white grayish color. Okay, so data position is fixed. As I said, I explained this thing earlier. And see here, second, data role equal to content, and UI is content. Explain everything. Data theme is A. So two options I have, A or B. So I use A over here, and then footer again I use theme is B. So it displays the web page something like this on my screen. Header is coming in a black, footer is coming in a black, and the content is coming in a white. Okay. Then moving next. At point of time, maybe you want to customize the background color of the web page. Okay, maybe you want to apply CSS properties inside your mobile page, or it may be you want to customize the font, or maybe font color, or any other thing which you already used in a CSS. You can apply this thing over here. As I said, this is basically an HTML page, but it is rendering according like you are feeling that it is like a native app. In fact, it is not. This is just an HTML page, and you can apply whatever CSS style you want to apply in your mobile page. So next demo is, maybe you want to change the background color of your page, or maybe you want to customize the font, maybe the font size, or maybe font color, or maybe font family. Okay. So see here, I have an example customizing a form background. Over here you will see I have a header and I have a footer. On the screen you can see now. See, I have a header and I have a footer, and what I did is I tried to use the CSS inside this mobile page. We look at the coding part here. Nothing is new at this place. This is just a simple HTML page. I add a header and I add a content section and I add a footer section. Nothing is new over here. Only one thing I add here is when I create these containers, I use a class. See this place? Custom background. It means with my div. You can find initially with my div. When I create my page container, I said page container data role equal to page, and I give the name of the class. So this name of the class I am going to use in my CSS. Over here you can see inside my header section of HTML page, I use a style and I give a custom background, whatever you want to give. I also add a header and footer, so I use a header and footer here. See, with my this page you can see content section, I use a theme is B, so that's why you are getting this theme. But what I did is I try to override the colors. Okay, so color which I provided here is a red color. So the background is this. Okay, if I will not write this, okay, but what I did is I try to customize it, and I use this one. Similarly, I have another example in which I try to customize the font. You can find on the screen. I try to change the header font color and font size and font family. Okay, so I think this is simple. You people know CSS now. Nothing is new, just I add the CSS in this place, and related classes I define in my HTML part. For example, I use my div style. So this place, see here, I must use somewhere the name of the class. Here, see, class name is, I can I already explained in CSS also, I can add two classes, okay, within one class attribute. So this is class. I also want to use UI content, and I also want to create another class, so my div style. So these two I will write together in my sorry, in my class attribute value. So these two I am writing over here. Another class I am using is my courier new style. You can see this place, and these classes I defined in the my CSS part over here. Here. So simple meaning to say is whatever CSS you want to apply in your mobile page, you can apply. Okay, because you already know CSS. This is the end of lesson number 9, and in the next session, this next chapter, we will learn how to use a list view. This list view will help me to create a navigation menu appealing. Okay, and also I can add my form control inside the list view. I can also add a search control inside the list view. I can also add icons inside my list view. This is something which you will learn in the next topic. Until now you learned the basic of this jQuery mobile, first chapter. If you have any doubts, then you can ask. Otherwise I will continue. I want to clear one more thing. This jQuery mobile until this time I just try to use a simple jQuery mobile, and at some point I use a jQuery programming code. Okay, So jQuery mobile is just I am using to design my interface or maybe to use some events. jQuery code I use sometimes so that I can file some events. No PHP, no ASP, no another concept. I'm not connected with any database. So in future, if you are creating an application which will work along with data server also, you can add the PHP coding or ASP coding. Okay, nobody is going to stop. This is something which is an HTML part. Of course, we cannot use a Java here, native application, because Android application we will not use here. It's totally different concept. Why should I use this Android over here, Android class over here? Because no use. Something which I am doing with my jQuery, the same thing we can do in our Java using when I'm creating an application for Android. Of course, see, if you are trying to create one table, whatever HTML is there, you can use HTML here also. But the thing is how you will display the data. See, just let's try to understand the example. I will use a basic example here. So this is simple HTML. I can add this whatever I want to add over here. See, okay. Yes, any other question? Beneath Android, I will not try to embed in this application, because whatever I will do with Android using Java, same thing I'm trying to use here. Okay. What I will do is I can mingle some server side scripting using maybe PHP and ASP, or many other options I have. Okay. I can use JSP and I can use MVC. Yes. Any other person? Any question? Varsha, I think you got my answer. I create a table, and whatever element you want to create, or whatever you want to add, you can write it over here. Okay. You want to add HTML element over here, you can add. You can see on the screen, I'm just reading a text. That will be an old approach which we use in maybe 5-10 years ago, like the way we create HTML in maybe 10 years ago, we create a structure of a web page. Another person, Rajiv, do you have any questions? Nikhil? Joyce, any questions? Partha, any question, please? Are you there? I hope that everyone is there on your feet. I'm not getting any response from these guys. Joyce, Rajiv, Sansal. This name I cannot pronunciate. It's a very long name. Shamili, Puneet, then Raghunath, Nikhil, Apurva, Varsha, and then Partha. Yes. Give me a response at least. If you understand something, say something. Okay, then I will move next. I will come to the next part of this section, and I will try to explain how we use a list. Okay, list view. We will work with the list view, and we will use some events like a touch event and scroll event, swipe events. Okay, we will try to use these events in jQuery in this session. And a list view, it refers to a container that contains a list of items. It is a container which I will use to display the list item. Just think that you are trying to maybe many of you have experience on maybe the Android or maybe the iOS mobile which you use. You can see maybe if you are using a Flipkart or you are using maybe a Snapdeal online days. Nowadays everyone uses these things. So you found that whenever we use navigation over there, we did not find the navigation. Rarely we find navigation in the horizontal line like this at the top. What we do is we always get the navigation in the maybe in the list view, and whenever we click on these list items, the next page appears. Okay, so same approach we use in jQuery mobile. We use a list view container which will act as a container for my list items, and I can display the items on my mobile screen. How to use that? You can use UL and OL tags, HTML tags, and you need to do one thing is you need to say data role equal to list view. You can find on the screen that when I'm trying to create one content section, you can find there I'm saying div ID equal to content and data role equal to main and class equal to UI content. After that, I want to create a list view, so I give one caption over there, select a product. After that, when I create a UL, either I will use UL or I will use OL. Okay, as I said, two options that we have. So inside the UL or OL, I will add the attribute and the name is data role equal to list view, and then I will add the list items inside that, and whenever I will give the content of these list item, I will give the a tag inside these items, so that whenever I click on these list items, I will move to the next page. This is the first example which I will display to you just after this. You can find on the screen here. Your list items will appear like this, and most of the time we experience this thing in our mobile phones every day. Okay. We can also add some formatting in my list view, but before I display this thing, list formatting, first I will explain how to add a list view inside our page. So I will come to my desktop screen again, and here you will find that we have one simple example of list view. In the first example, output, you can see the example which I explained: LED TV, mobile, laptop, desktop, and whenever I will click on this, the next page will appear. Just to understand, I will give some name of the file. Let's say, for example, I am giving the name of the file is list view search. List view search box, and I will rerun this page. You will find that if I will click on this, the second page appears. So basically, why I'm using these list items, so that I can use the navigation. Okay, and whenever I click these items, maybe the next page will appear. Okay, so simple thing, you need to add one attribute, data role equal to list view, inside the UL or OL. Okay, this is unordered list. You can see unordered list, and if the same program I will write, but over here I use OL. Okay, so when you will use OL at this place, you will see that you will get a 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, understand my meaning? I hope that only this is the difference. Another major difference you will find over here, when I was using the last example, it was displaying the whole items, list item in the whole screen. It covers the whole bit of the screen, and in the second example, when I'm using this one, okay, now what is the difference? Over here I'm using data inset equal to true. Data inset equal to true. One thing, when I use data inset equal to true, what it will do is, at this place, you can see at the corner of my this list view, it is in a, one angular is coming, like means just an arrow, like it's not a straight line. Okay, just angle is just curve, small curve. Okay, so one thing is this, and the second thing is I am using a UI content. Okay, if I will remove this UI content from this place, so when you will run this, you will find that it will appear in the whole screen, and over here again, okay, there is a small curve to my this list box, and I don't want to cover it. I don't want to cover the whole screen of my mobile, so I was using a class UI content and data inset true. So if I use data inset equal to true, it means the sides of my list view are, just like we have a curve, okay, and if I am not using this, it means it is sharp. Maybe that the line from that on top, and maybe the vertical line and the horizontal line are, just sharp, very sharp, no curve inside that. So two options here, data inset true. Okay, coming one more example with list view, I can add item. Okay, this is same, just now I explained. After that, what I did is, when I use li in my previous program, I was just writing the text. Now here in my li, I said image src equal to smartphone. It means I want to display the image. Okay, now when I want to display the image with my list item, I want to display it as a icon, or I want to display it as a thumbnail. By default it is a thumbnail, it means you will get a bigger picture. But if you are trying to display it as an icon, you need to add one line over here, class UILI icon. So you will find this here. See, small icons are coming here. Okay, icons, this place I am writing this. The images which I am getting now is inside the image folder, and where is the image folder? This is not that default folder which I was talking about earlier. This is the image folder which I create my own, and I add these pictures my own. Okay, these things you will not get from the jQuery mobile. You need to add this picture over here. So I add these pictures here. Now on the screen you will find the small icons. Okay, also display pictures as a thumbnail, means a big pictures. So let's have a look for that also. The program will remain same in both cases. You can find a bigger picture here. Okay, and only one thing I have to do in this case, from my the program which I explained just now regarding my icons, what you need to do is you just need to remove this one. Remove this one, it will work like a thumbnail. Okay, so you can find on this example. Nothing special, only inside this over here, when I use here, you can see with my image tag. With my image tag, you can find on the screen image src equal to this, alternate text is this, class is UI icon. But when I am coming to my list view thumbnail, you will notice that there is no that class UI icon, so it will display it as a thumbnail. Okay, so I will come to my PowerPoint again, and we'll move next. So this is a formatting a list view. He said to allow a user to search a relevant list item from the list. Now think that if maybe let's say every time we use online shopping on maybe Flipkart or Snapdeal, and we want to find the item, means that item is for a link, and I want to find that, what I need to do is, with my list box, I need to use a search box, and that search box will do what? It will help me to find the elements. How to do that? You can see on the screen, adding a search field using input element containing the data type equal to search. So I need to add that. Then another thing I need to do is setting the value of the data filter attribute of the OL. Means whenever I'm using OL, I need to add another attribute, data filter equal to true. Okay. Let's try to understand the example. Here you can see on the screen. First I will run this program. So find on my screen now I have a program, and you will see there are some list items displayed on this. Okay, I have 9 items, and whenever I try to type something, for example, I am writing you can see I am trying to write a desktop, so it helps me to find a desktop. If I try to say I'm trying to find a laptop, you can see the laptop. I'm trying to find a player, so you can see. Okay, anything you can find, but that need to be inside your list view. How this is happening now? Come to the coding part. I told you only 2 things you need to do. Yes, this is same, nothing new. I use a form. Okay, form. This example is basically how you will add a list to inside the form. So I use a form, and I said form ID is this and action is this. See here in this example, I want to display send data to this file, and method is post and class. This is something you can see. With my form, I said class UI filterable. It meaning to say is this class I will use so that I can filter the values. Now, how this is thing happening? I am using a input box. I said input ID equal to list filter and data type is search, because when I use my list view, and what I want is something which I will write inside the search box. Those items which are inside the list view, my search box will help me to find. So for that, you can see when I say data type equal to search, now I use OL, and I need to bind this list view with my input search box. So here you can see I said OL data role equal to list view. Okay, one thing you need to make sure that I will say list items are I can filter the list items, you can say. So I can say data filter equal to true. You want to allow your list view to be filtered. Okay, so the data filter is true. Then when I will use the list view, for example, you can see on the screen, this is my list view. Now which item I want to find? Let's say I want to find the printer. So when I want to find a printer, I need to type something inside my list box. So how this value will go to my list view? For that, here you can see one attribute I'm saying data input equal to list filter. So what is a list filter? Actually, this filter is the name of the element which I use for my input box over here. So when I use this input, it is a search box, and search box is linked with this list box, list view, you can say, and rest is all same, nothing is new, only this thing. Over here I need to say class UI filterable, means I can use the items, filter the items, and data type I need to say search, and data filter I need to say true, and I need to write the ID of this input box inside my list view. So I can add a search box inside the list view. Another example you will find over here with my list view. Maybe I want to use a theme, as you can see on the screen here. I have a list view, I add the list items. I also add the thumbnails inside my list item. At the same time, I also want to use a theme with my list item. Okay, so let's have a look how this is happening. So over here, nothing is different, same. Here you can see data role list view inside this place. You can see I said UL. I tried to use a default theme with my UL is B, and when I use a list item, you can find over here inside the list item I add a picture, and then I display something H3 margin this. Okay, you can see over here I did not use any data theme, and then with my next list item I use a data theme. Data theme equal to A. Okay, so B is a default theme for my whole list view. Okay, B is a default theme for my whole list view, and to override that, what I did is I defined a data theme A inside the list item. You can see this place, and the next time when I add the list view, I ignore that, and again that when I try to add the list item, I use a data theme A. So by default, if I will not add this place and this place, so because by default it is applied here with my UL, and if I try to run this, okay, you can find on the screen this item is coming in the black color, but I don't think it is looking appealing. So what I did is I use a list item and along with a data theme A. Now you will find here something like this on your screen, so I think no problem. Okay, I will move to next topic now again. So this thing I explained to you now, this is done. Okay, another option here is sometimes I have many list items, like we used to make a menu, and the menu have a sub menu. Okay, so what I want to do is, if I have more than one menu and menus have a sub menus, so again we have a constraint of the screen height and width. Okay, so what I can do is I can create a list view which is collapsible. Okay, collapsible you will find on the screen. Earlier I was writing div and I was writing a data role equal to like main to display my content, but here my requirement is what I have more than one categories of menus, and I want to display them, and I want to also to collapse them. Okay, so what I will do is I will say data role equal to collapsible and data collapse equal to true, and then I will add the list view. So you will find on the screen now one example. I hope you can see my screen now, and you are finding two different categories of the list items. Two different categories you can see. One is your electronic and one is your book and media. So books and media, I click on this place, you can see the sub items will appear. I clicked on this, okay, disappear. I click on electronics, you can see sub items appears, and when I click on this again, so list items disappear. So in the coding part, I'm not doing anything special. I just add the same thing which I explained on your PowerPoint. See this place? I will say div ID my page data role equal to page to make a page container. I'm not writing that content main. Okay, you can see I'm not writing data role equal to main. I'm saying data role equal to collapsible. It means I want to create a collapsible list items here now. So data role equal to collapsible data collapse equal to true. Now you can find over here, this is the first option, okay, and this is the first UL element coming over here, okay, and then I close this. Within the same page I want to add one another collapsible, so over here you can see, okay, I want to show another collapsible list item over there, so I will say this, and on your web page it will look like this one. Yes, please, any questions? Any person, any doubt? Puneet? Joyce? Rajiv, Partha, any doubt? Raghunath, any doubt? Raghunath? Varsha, any doubt? I think it's very just like a piece of cake. So simple to use. Okay then, no problem. I'll come to my next topic. I have a list view, okay, collapsible list view. Now moving next, and see here, another thing which I have here is maybe I want to, sometimes maybe I want to divide the list items according to the category. It's not like I want to create a collapsible list items. Let's say if I have a list items, and inside that list items, list view, sorry, not list item, list view, I want to add different list items, but I also want to add one divider which will differentiate that this is this category, maybe for example electronics, and maybe books and study materials, maybe home and kitchen, like that. So I will use a divider in that case, okay, with my list items. Let's have an example here. See this page. On the screen we have a one program which displays different list items, but list items are further classified according to the categories. Okay, so electronic is coming over here, and I don't know whether you can see or not, but electronics, this is coming in a gray color, light gray color, and smartphone and desktop computer is coming in a white color. So I can clearly see that this is a divider. Okay, another difference point you can see is when I'm using smartphone, it has a link to, you know, open the next page, and electronics, book and media, books and media, sorry, and another option, only two options, home and kitchen, you can see. So these are the dividers, okay, and you will find on the screen. Initially, see this place. Initially, I have an option to display, that is electronics. You can find over here. So to create this list view, I use UL and I said the data role equal to list view data insert equal to true. Then you can find over here, I use a data role equal to list divider. See, LI data role equal to list divider, and what is the text I am writing? Electronics. After that I am using LI, and when I use LI, inside that LI I am using the A tag. It means this is a link to the next page. Okay. Same after that I am also using this list divider. Okay. So I will get the output like this. Next example, you will find that at point of time, maybe you want to display your list items and you want to sort them according to the maybe alphabetic order. Okay, just have a look first. For example, see, in this example, you will find that I have a list item. I am using a list divider along with the I want to filter them according to the A, B, C, D. Okay. Alphabetic order. So one new attribute which I am adding over here is data auto divider equal to true. Okay, see here, auto divider equal to true. So it will do what? It will divide the list item according to the order, alphabetic order. Okay, you can see. Okay, so when I view this page, initially it displays the item of the D word only. You can see on the screen. I'm saying UL data role equal to list view and data auto dividers equal to true. So when I display this page from the D, you can see desktop, DSLR, DVD. Then I have laptop. You can see L is coming over here, and then I have a printer. Then I have smartphones, and then I have a tablet phone. Okay, so dividing according to the alphabets. Okay, I will move next then. This is something I already explained to you. Just displayed this example. How to add icons inside the list view, I already explained this to you. How to add thumbnails inside the list items, I explained this to you. No need to check again. How to add themes inside the list view, I already explained. How to add form elements inside the list view, I give the example this to you. So this is something we already finished. Now, we'll come to events. Maybe we will try to use a touch event and scroll event and swipe event. Okay. So First I will come with my event. The name is touch event or tap event, sorry. Excuse me. So you will find here, this is one example. What I did is I use one div and I try to use a event with my div tag, and whenever I will click on that div, it will fire the event and will display the content in a bigger size. Okay, so this is one part. Enlarge me and change my color. So when I will click it on this div tag, it will do what? You can see it will help me to enlarge the text and change the color. How this is happening? Tap event I am using over here. You can see this place. Just try to understand the example first. Inside the body, this is the same, the content which just the normal content for my mobile page. Over here I use a head 3 and div class. Okay, what is the name of the class? You need to remember tap box. This is the name of the class. Now I will come to my script part. You can find on the script. When I said function, here div is the name of the element, and that div element have a class whose name is tap box. Okay, so this place I'm writing, I can also write something like this. Okay, because in JavaScript or sorry in jQuery, class is always represented with a dot. So I am writing like div element has a class named tap box, so I can see it has. Then I use a bind method, and which event I use? I use a tap event. You can find on the screen tap event. Then I use the name of the function tap handler. Okay, tap handler. So earlier to this, I was not writing like this. Don't get confused. If I don't want to create a name of the function, the same thing I can do it over here like this. Okay. Bind tap and name of the function. But I don't want to do that. I want to give a clear picture too, so that you can understand it better. I have created a function. You can see function. Name is tap handler. Inside this I have passed one parameter. Then I said event dot target. Okay, event dot target, it meaning to say is whenever you will now use the tap event, and tap event at which place? Inside the target area, because target area is what? That container, div tag. So event dot target. Now what I want to do is I don't want to fire any action over here. I want to add a CSS class. Okay, so I said whenever you tap on that target area, add the class tap. Now what is a tap? This tap. Okay, now tap, it meaning to say is I want to say that whenever I clicked on this control, whatever the name I give, okay, I want to do what? I want to add the class. See here div tap box. By default it will appear in a small, but whenever I will click on that, you can see div dot tap box dot add tap. So it meaning to say is what I said, whenever someone will tap on that, it will add one class. Okay, so add class which name? This name. And where is this? Over here. By default you can see over here I do not have any class named tap, but here when I said event dot target add class tab, so this is this tab. So whenever you will click on this, it will display the data. Okay. Okay. Don't get confused that again I'm writing here tab and here again writing tab. So same, not same. This is the name of the class which I want to create. So over here I said tab class, and this tab class I want to create this like a, dynamically I am creating that. So I said event dot target dot add class tab class. Okay, so where is that tab class? Over here. So whenever I clicked on that, you can see on the screen you got a larger view of the text and the font is changed. Okay, any doubt regarding this? Puneet, any doubt? Rajiv, Puneet, Joyce, Ashwarya is not here today. Varsha, Partha, Nikhil, Raghunath. One girl name I cannot pronunciate this name, very big name. I'm not able to pronunciate this name. Anyway, any doubt, any question regarding this? Yes.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Did you hear me, sir?
Yeah, I can hear.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, I can hear.
Okay, you did one program in search mechanism, right, sir? Search mechanism. Search box. Yeah, that your first thing. What you are doing is first you are listing the data. After that you are searching, right, sir?
I will explain once again.
If I search the data, then only I want the list.
Yeah, this I will explain it later. I cannot clearly hear your voice actually, but I will try to explain it once again, and so that you will understand. If still you didn't got the answer, you can write on the question again. Okay. So just trying to explain this list view again. Just try to understand. I have this program over here, and you will find that actually I create one form. Okay, inside that form I create one text box. Means I add one text box inside the form, and after that a text box is type of search. Okay, this is a text box which is a search type. Okay, then I create a list view. What I want to do is, I want that if I will write some text inside this text box, it will help me to filter the list items. Okay, according to the text which I am writing. So one thing I said is immediately you need to do one thing. You need to add this class with your form. UI filterable means this form is filterable, allowed to filter. Okay, allowed to filter. Then I use a input type is search. Okay, now this will search. Now search what? Now when I create my list view, I said this data filter is true. It means to say is with my list view I can filter the list item. Okay, it's just a enable or disabled. So I said enabled. Now it means I can find the list items. I can filter the list items. Now how to filter? Because my list view don't have any input box to write something. So what I did is I create a search box, and that search box I try to bind with my list view. So how to do this? You can see the name of the input box here, and the data input is given over here. So this line is to bind my list view with my search box. Okay, this is for binding. This is for binding and this is to allow the list view to be filtered. Okay, and over here when I create a form, with that I said UI is filterable. It meaning to say is I can add this class. Another functionality of this class is when I add this class, you will find that it will give me a proper space over here from between to my search box and my list view. Okay, if I will remove this line, you can see the difference. Okay, just have a look. I am not writing this line over here. Okay, so I want to say that I want to filter this, and I want that it will give me a proper padding over here. Okay, so when I click on this, it will help me to keep a proper margin with my search box and my list item. This is the only use of this class. If I will not use this class, it's okay, it will work properly. I can find the items, but maybe I will not get a proper space between the input, my search box, and the items which I am going to filter. Okay, this is the use. Yes, if you have any doubts, then you can type your question.
No, sir. Now it's clear. Now.
Okay. Yes, any other person, Rajiv? Do you have any questions regarding this? Rajiv is here or not? I think Rajiv is left. Puneet? Okay. Okay, then I'm moving next. If you don't have any doubts, any person can understand. I think it's just like a piece of cake, nothing to think about. Just add the attributes. Okay. Now I explained one event, that is tap event. Okay, another event which I'm going to explain is tap and hold. Sometimes, for example, whenever we use a touch screen mobile, tap means one click, and then I will tap also, and I will do what? I will hold also. Means you press the key, but you did not release the key. Okay, so this is a tap hold event, and I will explain here on my screen. Event name is tap hold. This place, same program, but it's not that it will work with a tab. You can see I clicked on that, doesn't work. Okay, but when I will do tap and I will press my mouse and did not release my mouse, it will work. Okay, it will work properly with your mobile devices, because we are using a mouse, so maybe you feel that it's not working, but it will work. You need to hold that. Okay, just tap that simulator using your mouse and hold your mouse for maybe 1 second, then it will appear. Okay, the coding is same, nothing is changed, only the event name is changed. Tap hold. Okay, I will not explain the coding again. Same coding. I use a function tap handler, and I create one class name tap hold. Over here is a class name tap hold. Okay. Moving to next event, which is a swipe event. Okay. So I will use this. See on the screen. This is one program you can find on the screen here. I am trying to swipe maybe in the right direction and maybe in the left direction. So if I swipe right, it displays a message to me. If I swipe to left, it displays a message to me. Okay, just whenever we use our mobile phone and we tap left and swipe to my left side or swipe to the right side, that event. Okay, so program is almost same. you can find inside my main. I am saying data role equal to main and class is UI content. It means what I did is, in one page I try to add two content section. Okay, as such there is no objectionable thing that you cannot add two. I add two. Data role is main, class equal to UI content, and inside that I use a paragraph P paragraph, and then I use again another div, and the name is div1. Okay, now it does not have any content, and then I create another div. I said data role equal to main, class equal to UI content, and I pass one text message over there, and div id equal to div2. No content inside that. Now coming to my screen, this script part here, look at this one. Again I said document on page init is initialized. Okay, means when my page will initialize, then okay, means first I said my page will initialize. When my page will initialize, after that I said if on my P paragraph, see, P is a paragraph name, on is a function name. What is the name of the event? Swipe right. So this is the name of the event. Function which I am going to use, in my earlier example I was giving the name of the function. You can see I was giving the name of the function. Look at this app handler. But in this example I am not giving the name of the function. This is the beauty of jQuery. I want to create a function, I don't want to give the name of the function. It's just like in C++ or in Java or C#. I want to create an object, but I don't want to declare an instance of that object. Like for example, person is the name of the class. Okay, and I'm saying person P equal to new person. It means to say that I created one object, P is an instance name. Okay, but if I'm directly saying new person, it means I created an object, but as such there is no instance. So same thing is over here now. I created a function, but that function has no name. Okay, a function. Now after that I said hash div element name dot html. So it means inside the div1 I want to display the text you have swiped in the right direction. Similarly on second swipe left, I said you have swiped in the left direction. Okay. So this is the event name swipe left and right. Any questions regarding swipe left and right? Any question regarding this? If you don't have any question, I will move to the last point here in this is a scroll event. Okay, scroll event. Scroll event is here, and this event, the program which I am writing over here in my SG, it is written over there that the simulator which I am using in a web matrix, this simulator which I am using in a web matrix of iPhone, this scroll event does not work. There is a bug in this software. Okay, and it works on your browser. It works in a browser, any browser you can use. It works on another simulator if you are using the Android simulator. So I will give you the demo of this. Okay, just have a look. If I try to run this on my this one, in this program, what I am trying to do is, if I will use a scroll, if I will scroll down to my this page over here, this place, when the place where you are finding a scroll event, whenever I will scroll down, it will the title will appear scrolling, and whenever my mouse is stopped, it will say scroll stopped. Okay, so I'm trying to use this on my this simulator, but it doesn't work. But I will show you on my Chrome. You will find that this event will work. Let's have a look. Just trying to make a little bigger in size. Here you can see. Okay, you can see on the top. I will reload this page. Okay, scrolling stopped. Now see. Whenever I try to scroll down, it displays a message to me. Maybe the synchronization is a problem over here. So when I try to synchronize, it gives me a message synchronize started. And when I stop, it says scrolling stopped. Okay. In the SG, I give one link to you. Maybe I need to find my SG. Online simulators, because right now we are using web matrix, and in my web matrix this iPhone simulator has some problem. So only scroll event doesn't work properly. So I will use maybe online simulator, and where is my SG? This is lesson number 10. I will go at the bottom of my this SG, and here you can see I'm giving one URL to you if you want to check this event. Okay, so come to your browser and use this URL. So if you will open this URL and you are connected with the internet, let me see the internet first. Yes, I'm connected. So this page you can see simulator is coming. Okay, this is the simulator. You need to swipe it because you need to unlock it first. So this is same as your mobile. You need to swipe this left to unlock. So you will get this picture. Now run this page. Go to this place and run this. You will get the URL of this. Okay, so you can copy the URL. Just simply copy the URL from this place, and you can write it on here. On iPhone simulator URL, it will allow you to use a local host. Okay, so you will type this over here and you will find this. So if you will click this, you can see over here, because again I will, let me change the orientation. Can I change the orientation? Yes. See here. Okay, I hope you can see. Okay, when scrolling is started and stopped, whenever I will start and stop, so you can just check if at any time you found any problem in your web matrix and you need a simulator, you can use this iPhonesimulator.com. So how was this working? I will come to that part. Scroll event. See this place. Same like earlier. I use data roles, this, and this is my main class content section, and inside that I defined one place I am defining h1, okay, in my header, and in my content section I am defining a p tag. So I am basically working with only the h1 tag at the top. So when I start to create my page, again I use a document dot page initialize event. So I said whenever my page will initialize, okay, let's try to understand meaning of this. Document on, document is an object, element name, and then on is a method name, page init is the name of the event, and function is the event handler. So I said that whenever the page will initialize, after that, inside that I want to make another piece of code, and I want to say that if document scrolling I want to say that if I will scroll the document, document dot on scroll start, I have two events, scroll start and scroll stop. So when I said document on scroll start, do what? Head 1, you can see head 1 is one element given in my HTML. h1 dot HTML is scrolling started, means caption will change, and same thing I'm writing for scroll stop. Okay, so whenever I start to scroll, it will give me the h1 caption scrolling started, and when I stop, it will give me the caption is scrolling stopped. Okay, so this is the example. If you have any questions, then please ask questions for this. And this is the last topic which is there in your lesson number 10. Hello? Yeah? No? For what? Yes, please, any questions? Any questions regarding jQuery mobile? No questions? SG is here, you can see on the screen here, on my screen, archives, here you can see. This is a student folder, and then is student guide docs, and then is the SG. RWD SG10. Okay. Any other question? Any other doubt? So I will wind up this session, and we will resume at 3:30. Okay. Along with our last lesson is about workers. Web workers, which is one of the new feature which we use nowadays in our websites, and I will try to clear some doubts regarding your jQuery. Okay, so I will try to wind up this.